So the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria will hear the Zambian government's main application to challenge the final resting place of the late former Zambian President Edgar Lungu. This after the court recently halted the burial by agreement between parties pending the final determination of this issue. Our SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga is on that story. Canny, give us an update. What's expected today?
Indeed, good morning to you, Leanne, and to the viewers at home. Well, it's been over a month, or just over a month, since the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria gave that interim interdict by agreement between parties to halt the burial of the former president of Zambia, former President Edgar Lungu, pending the final determination of this issue. However, as we stand before the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria this morning, it seems that they have not resolved the dispute, that is the Zambian government and the Lungu family, regarding the final resting place of the former president. You may remember that the family would like to bury the former president here in South Africa. However, the Zambian government disagrees with this request and is seeking that final declarator before the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria this morning, which would confirm that they, as the applicants, if they are successful, have the right to bury the former president. We see in papers that the Zambian government is stating that the former president is a citizen of Zambia, and he only came to South Africa in January for those reasons or purposes of seeking that medical intervention. They then state in papers that he passed away before that medical intervention could be completed. So it is their view that he remains a Zambian citizen and that he planned to return to Zambia following that medical treatment. They also list a number of his family members, of the family members of the former president, stating that they too are temporary residents in South Africa, and Zambia is a place that they call home. You've seen through the disputes play out in the media that there is this argument about the Benefits Act and how the former president was allegedly stripped of all those benefits by the Zambian government when he had arrived in South Africa. But we have seen the Zambian government go into papers to state, or rather clarify to the South African court, that when that suspension of those benefits happened, it was because the former president was involved in active politics. They then go on to clarify that since he passed away, that impediment fell away, meaning that the Zambian president has a right, or is entitled to, that state funeral that the Zambian government wants to accord to him, and that the Zambian government has a responsibility to do so. So that is the final declarator that is sought in the court this morning. It is being treated as a special motion, so it is a very serious hearing. And of course, you are seeing that the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria, or the acting judge president rather, has enlisted a full bench, that is a panel of 3 judges, senior judges, to hear this particular matter, which includes the acting judge president, Justice Aubrey Ledwaba. We expect that in the next hour or so that this hearing will kick off, and we have already seen members of the Patriotic Front, sympathizers, etc. I'm just going to step out of frame to quickly give you some of the scenes outside court. That already some posters are going to be set up by those sympathizers who are calling for the family to be given the right to bury their loved one in accordance with their wishes. And we have seen some officials from the Zambian government as well show up to the court this morning to defend their position that it is their constitutional duty, that is the Constitution of Zambia, to bury the former president in accordance with those state protocols and ensure that he's given a dignified funeral in accordance with the public interest of not only Zambia but its people. Over to you in studio.
Canny, thanks so much for that. And yeah, that's a big story we will be following today. So as you heard, urgent matter that is set for today.